Hello students of class 12 cbse computer science with Python. Welcome to Techbox 247. Hope all are doing good and preparing well for your board examinations. In this today's video, we are going to learn about the most basic and the important concepts of learning the Python from the scratch. So if you have not yet watched the previous videos, so you can go and watch that videos and subscribe my channel and share it with your friends also. So come on, let us move on to the video quickly. The first topic we are going to learn in this video is variables and assignments. So variables are nothing but a named memory location. So you have to know that what is a variable. Name memory location. Okay, so this named memory location is used for what? It is used for storing and manipulating the values. So manipulating the values means to access the values. Okay, so value of a variable can be a numeric value or an alphanumeric value or a combination of both. So a variable is nothing but a named memory location. For example, if we have a pencil box, we can store such items like pens, erasers, sharpeners, etc. etc. So simply we can understand that variables are like a box and we are storing the items inside. Okay, so here items are referring to the values. Box is called as a variable. Simply we can call it, and it can hold a numeric value, alphanumeric value or a combination of the both. See the example below. Name is equal to Python. Here name is called as a variable and Python is called as a value. So likewise age is equal to 18. Here age is representing a variable and 18 is a value. So the age variable is holding a value called 18 and the name variable is holding the string value called Python. So next topic is dynamic typing. So almost 80% of the question papers will be asked what is meant by a dynamic typing. Okay, so Python is normally called as a dynamically typed language. So we can say it is an interpreted language as because it is accessing the errors. It is accessing and it is interpreting line by line. All the codes will be interpreted line by line. So if any line has an error, it will not move on to the next line to add the code. So likewise it is called as a dynamically typed language. Suppose if I have assigning n is equal to Python, after that for the same variable n and I am assigning the 18 value. So now the link for the Python is going to be cut out. Now the current value is to be taken into an account. That is n is equal to 18 will be taken into an account. So when I try to print n, so already I have n with Python and after that for the same value, same variable I have an 18 as a value. So if I try to print n, what is the value which is going to get printed? Which is 18. So it takes only the current value. Okay, currently assigned value. So this concept is called as a dynamic typing. A variable pointing to a value of certain type can be made to point to a value of a different type. So as first we can assign the Python, which is your string data type. At the second, I'm going to assign a variable with a integer data type. So the data type is going to be get changed if we are assigning a different data type to value. Okay.
Let us see the example for dynamic typing clearly. So first of all, I'm taking the variable a and I'm storing the value 10 here. Okay. If I try to print a and I'm getting the data type by using the type function type of a, and it is printing you as 10 and class int. This is your integer data type. Now for the same variable a, I'm storing a string variable. Okay. I'm storing the string variable Python. So if I try to print type of a and a, so it is giving you the type is string data type. So whatever the value we are giving for a particular variable, so it is accepting to that particular data type. So currently if I try to print a, okay, so what is the value which is going to get printed? So it will be printing you Python only as because the currently assigned value in the Python is going to be taken into an account. Okay, none other than a is equal to 10 here. Okay, so likewise, if I get a is equal to, in the list format, I'm storing the elements 1 2 3 4 5. Now if I try to print a and type of a, which is going to get as a list data type. So whatever it is, the dynamic typing means automatically the data type is going to be changed on the runtime. Okay, so it will be not a fixed data type. So throughout the program, during the program run, so the data type is going to get changed, okay, for the same variable. So for that, the acceptance is made. That's is called as a dynamic typing. Okay, so we doesn't need to declare a variable like this is an integer data type and this is your string data type before we are creating a variable. Okay, so that is not required in this case of Python. Hope you all clear.
The next is multiple assignments. So Python is allowing us to assigning the multiple variables to multiple values. Okay, so see here, assigning a same value to a multiple variables. So for a equals to b equals to c equals to 5, what it means, all the variables contains the same value 5, and assigning the multiple values to the multiple variables. So likewise we can assign. So a will be assigned to 5 and b will be assigned to 10 and c will be assigned to 15. Okay, so this is called as a multiple assignments. So same value to multiple variables and multiple values to multiple variables. Hope you understand clearly.
So let us see how to assign a multiple values to a multiple variables and same value to a multiple variable. So let me write a equals to b equals to c is equal to 5. Okay, if I try to print a is 5 and b gives you 5 and c gives you 5. Okay, so likewise, if a comma b comma c is equal to 3 comma 4 comma 5, so it means that we are assigning a multiple values to a multiple variables in a single statement itself. If I try to print a, it gives you 3, and if I try to print b, it gives you 4 and c gives you 5. Okay.
The next important basic topic is input function. So the input function is a very important function where we are going to give the user input to take the input from the user. Okay, so in Python, input function is used to take the input from the user. Okay, so input function always return a value of a string data type. Okay, so when we are getting a name of a person, we are going to give the code like this: name is equal to input of enter name. So this is called as user input. Okay, so this always return a value of a string type. Whatever the thing we are writing here in the input function, it will be returning you in the form of string data type only. So syntax for this input function is variable to hold a value. So here the variable I have written here is name, input of, and prompt to be displayed. So what is the prompt I have to get displayed in the output screen? Enter the name. So this enter name will be displayed on the output screen. So we are writing that inside the input function. The next is output function. In Python, we are having the output function called as print. So through print, we are printing the output in the output screen. So in Python, print function is used to display the string on the console. So console means output screen. Okay, see the syntax for this print function. So in print function, we are having objects to print and we are having the argument called sep. That means separator. We are having the sep argument. Under the sep argument, whatever the symbols we are giving under the sep argument, the thing will get, the objects going to get printed will get separated. Okay, so I'll be taking the separate session for the separate function, separate argument and the end argument in one session. Okay, so this is the end equals to argument. So in the print function, you'll be giving end equals to argument \n. So end equals to \n means the thing, the object, the next object to be printed is going to get printed on the next line. So this \n is called as a new line character. The sep argument is for separating the values inside, in between. The specific features for a print function. So what it does, it auto converts the items to the strings. So what are the items we are giving inside the print function? All the things will be automatically converted into a string, and it inserts the spaces between the items automatically because default value of sep argument is space. So the default value of the sep argument is space defaultly. Suppose if we give any separator other than the space, it will get separated with that. Okay, it appends a new line character at the end of the line unless you give your own end argument. So it is appending a new line character at the end of the line. So in the for loop, suppose we are printing any line means, so if we not give the end argument, what will happen? That for the next iteration, it is moving on to the next line. Suppose if we give this end argument, it will not move to the next line. So on the side of that, it will be continuing to print the objects line by line.
Let us see how the input function and the print functions are working here. So let me declare a variable a and I'm getting the input from the user. So the input function is used for getting the input from the user from the keyboard. Okay, enter name. So on the next line, as it is an interactive mode, it is delivering you the result like enter name, in which we have given as a input function. So if I write a name, any name here, then on the next line, I'm going to work upon with the print function. In the print function, I want to print the string hello. Then on the other side, I want to print this ria also. So now where this ria is stored? The ria is stored in the variable a. So now I'm going to write a here. So when I try to enter, it is going to print hello ria. So this is how it is going to get worked. Okay, so the input function is from the user, getting the input from the user, and print function is to deliver the output in the output screen. Hope you all understand.
Features of a print function. And Python program to input and output your name. So to get the name as an input, and we are printing that in the print function, the simple program. Okay, so here we are going to give the variable called a. So why we are giving a here? So to print the value variable a here, and Python program to add the two numbers. So two numbers mean we want to get the two numbers. So number is an integer data type. So we are getting that in the int of input of function, enter the first number, and int of input of enter the second number. And we are storing that a plus b. We are adding these first number and the second number, and we are storing that in the result variable. Okay, finally we are printing that variable called result. Okay, this is how we have to use the print function. So the string you want to print on the output string, it should be written inside the quotes. Okay, and we have to separate that with comma. Then we have to write the object which is going to get printed. That is your variable name, the result. This one is going to get printed here. Hope you understand. And the next part is Python program to convert a degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. So to get converting a degree Celsius to a Fahrenheit. Now we want to enter the Celsius. Okay, so int of input of, or you can use float of input of, enter the degree in Celsius, and we are writing the formula for that, and we have to use the asterisk symbol like this, and we have to enclose that within the parenthesis. So what is the formula for converting the Celsius to Fahrenheit? So this is the formula. Fahrenheit is equal to 9 asterisk c, 9 into c by 5 divided by 5 plus 32, and we are printing that f. Okay, hope you understand the video completely. So these are the very important basic concepts. So in the next video we are going to see another important concept. Until then, study well. Thank you.